Hey everybody, welcome to Chi Networks Accelerating 2017. Thank you for organizing this event, Ashita, Cherian, Mr. Bawa. I really appreciate it. It's high time we started doing events like these to communicate what we have going on within the organization. I would have loved to have made it and be there with everybody today, but unfortunately the schedules just didn't work out. We have a new team. Um, and we have Cherian to lead the organization. Welcome, Cherian, if I haven't said that enough, one more time. Rajat, congratulations on your 10 years. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate all your efforts all of these years. You were just a child when you showed up here that many years ago. We were a tiny little company. We've grown much bigger since you've been here, and a large part of that is due to all your efforts. Thank you so much for taking over the SDM position. I have been wanting you to do that for years now. So finally, you are doing that, and I think that's great. Um, we are very good at what we do. Believe it or not, we get a lot of very good feedback from a lot of customers. But we don't get good or great feedback from all our customers. And this is part of uh, our discussion today. This is one of the things that I definitely want to address. Okay? We can't be satisfied with being good at what we do. We have to be great. Okay? If you want uh, to accelerate growth, that is going to happen when we become great, not just good. We have to make that leap from good to great. Okay, we made the leap from average to good, and that was difficult. But moving from good to great is 10 times harder. This is something that we must do. This is something that all of us must challenge ourselves with every single day. This is not something that happens with one person decreeing, um, sitting here in Chicago. This is something that happens when there's a team effort made across the organization. This is what we must do. Okay? We need consistency in service delivery. This is our single biggest issue here is we might do a good job sometimes, we might do a great job sometimes, other times we don't. And this is something that frustrates our customers very, very much. We need to ensure that when we get an order, the customers understand when it will be delivered, okay, and how it will be delivered, and it needs to be delivered properly every single time, time after time, and it must be delivered on schedule and precisely and exactly to the customer's requirement. That's item number one. Item number two is we must uh, increase and enhance our productivity. We are simply taking too much time to do too many different things. We need to become more productive. And one of the ways that we are going to become more productive is to be more consistent with how we deliver our services. Okay? And part of this productivity increase is going to happen with increased automation, which I will talk about in a little bit. Another item that is near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure everybody else's, is reliability of our platforms. We must ensure that we have very reliable data centers at all times, that uh, our networks are 100% stable and functional. We had a couple of major issues within the last few months, and that has resulted in a considerable amount of disruption in our business. Thankfully, due to the efforts of the networking team, Pratham and Chris and Cherian, we have turned the corner on those. Some of the business that we did lose during that period is starting to come back, and I'm very pleased to see that. We will recover from this, no doubt about that. However, it's something that we need to ensure does not occur again. This is a very, very important point. Everybody here needs to understand that very, very clearly. Okay. One of the biggest initiatives that is going to help us with all of these three areas is going to be DC admin. Okay, and of course the cloud platform. Both of these projects are multi-year projects in which we've invested a significant and a substantial amount of money. These projects are core and critical to our well-being. I need everybody every day to take them extremely seriously, okay, and work to improve and enhance these platforms. This is an absolute business imperative, okay? There are issues and problems with the data in these systems. I understand that. Everybody understands that. But what is very important is that all of us be committed to making sure that that all the data within these systems is improved and enhanced every single day. And this is not just something that I can do, or you know, Sachin can do, or Harpreet can do, or Chakradhar can do, or Charian can do, or Mr. Bawa can do, or somebody else can do. This is something that has to be done by every single person. Okay? Whenever you touch anything on that system, you have to see, well, is there something else that's not there? And I'm going to make sure that that gets filled in. Everyone here needs to take that personal commitment. Okay, you folks have all seen the emails that I keep sending out because I simply just go in there. Okay, whenever there's something new that's delivered, and I go check to see, well, is that done? Is this done? Is this data as good as it could be? Everyone here needs to do that, not just me. Okay, and not just Sachin or not just Harpreet. Has to be absolutely every single person in the company. Okay. We need to make sure that customers have access to the cloud platform ASAP. Okay, whatever hurdles and impediments there are, and I'm going to be collecting a list of those soon, need to be cleared. Everybody here needs to be looking at those systems and testing them and looking at the customer user interfaces and providing feedback to Dilip and the development team about these particular systems. This is absolutely important and critical. Okay. Um, we need to go to market um, with the cloud system as soon as possible. Um, this is an extremely large market. Um, we are competing well against our competition. Okay, you may look at Amazon, okay, and see, wow, this is a giant company. This is true. It is a giant company. But guess what? We are better at Amazon than Amazon in many different areas. Okay, primarily providing service. Believe it or not, we actually get business from people who are leaving Amazon simply because of that. Okay, we are an organization that provides infrastructure and a managed service that Amazon cannot deliver in an integrated platform. Okay, we have the ability to beat a very large number and percentage of businesses out there providing similar services if we get our act together. It's very important that everybody work to, to diligently ensure that we get the stability within our platforms and that we get the right automation in place with DC admin and the cloud platform so that we can actually do these things. This is an absolute imperative. Okay. One of the other initiatives that we've taken on is, of course, VDI. VDI is of course taking off in the U.S. and it's inevitable that it will happen in India as well. Um, when I say VDI, of course mean desktop as a service. So where not only can you host your servers in the cloud, but you can host your desktops in the cloud. We have a number of customers that are taking us up on those services, and I'm expecting a lot more. Um, This is not an easy platform to deploy, but it is something that once it's done, um, it's very easy for us to manage, and it's not easy for a customer to move these types of services to another vendor. It allows us to get additional hooks into the customer so that we prevent them really from considering a move. Okay. We all of us need to be committed to ensuring that we suffer every single detail when it comes to our daily work. There is no detail that is too small in this business. There's no detail that you cannot suffer every single day. Okay, and this is part of consistency. And we need to ensure that when we get an order, that the delivery is perfect. It's simply there is simply no margin for error within the delivery system. The process must be perfect. The automation must work perfectly. And the delivery when it comes to services must be perfect. I cannot emphasize this enough. We cannot have customers calling back and saying they have a problem. This cannot happen. Um, if you think that Nitin's team or any other bunch of wonder kids are going to really make this into $1 billion company, you're completely wrong. Okay, as good as Nitin and his team are, um, they simply cannot sell anything unless the product is good. Okay, the product is good, and you will know when the product is good when your customers refer additional people. Okay, marketing does not have to do anything. Think of how you find a restaurant. Okay, you find a restaurant from word of mouth. Your friends tell you, hey, this place is really good, you should go there. Okay, that's how you find a restaurant. You can market everything you want. Okay, it does not work. The way people find what they want to consume is through other people. Okay, CIOs talking to each other at meetings. Okay, hey, who are you using as a vendor? Has your experience been good? The minute our service delivery becomes great, okay, we will not have to lift a finger. Nitin's team will not have to sell a single thing. People will beg them to come and buy product and service. It will be as simple as that. Every single referral deal I ever get is the simplest deal to close. Okay? It takes me 5 minutes. Nobody looks at pricing, contract, or anything else. They simply sign on the dotted line. Okay? This is how our new customer acquisition needs to work. Amazon did not get there where it is today because they marketed their services or anything like that. It was simply all word of mouth and press talking about their platforms. Okay, our platforms have a very different approach. Okay, they're based upon ITIL. They're based upon a managed services framework, not just infrastructure delivery the way Amazon is. Okay, so when it comes to human service, it's absolutely critical that we deliver what we say we're going to deliver in a very organized way. This is absolutely critical to our success. Okay, so I need everybody to be committed, to be working with Cherian, to be working with everybody, with Rajat, to ensure that they have delivered a service to the customer as best as possible. Okay, using procedures that we have established. We simply cannot waver from procedure. Okay, and we simply cannot provide anything less than perfect. Okay, I will not need to sell a single thing. You want to accelerate growth. You want this place to become from good to great. That is all that's needed to be done. Okay, you will find that you will have more customers than you can shake a stick at. Okay, they will come running through the door looking for you. We will not have to sell a single thing. Okay. We do get referrals. from many, many different customers, and the referrals always come from satisfied customers, okay? The customers that are happy inevitably will refer deals to us. And it truly is amazing how I really have to do no work whatsoever to close those deals. Okay? So every single one of you needs to look at each other every single day, okay? And communicate. The single biggest problem that we have in this organization is not technical ability. The single biggest problem that we have in this organization is the ability to communicate. You folks know how to do it, but simply don't look left or right or walk down the aisle and talk to somebody else or meet with somebody else and ask the questions or call the US or send an email and just converse with somebody about a problem or an issue that they have. Okay? Or ask about a specification. All of us need to make the effort to pick up the phone or to send an email or communicate any which way you want, okay, to somebody that you need. This is very, very important. I need everybody to take care of that. So I wish all of you folks the best. Thank you for all your efforts, Jerry, and thank you for all your efforts, Rajat. I really am very, very happy that you've been here for as long as you have. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with you over these years, and I hope you will be here for many, many more. I expect and hope to see a lot more growth within this organization. We have a great roadmap for DC Admin and the cloud platform that Cherian will describe to you. Okay, there is a tremendous amount of work that is being done and a tremendous amount of money that's being invested every single day. I encourage all of you to look into what the system offers and look not just at DC Admin but the actual user interface. Okay, to play around with it to get test accounts and see how well it works against their competition. Okay, don't just take my word for it. You go ahead and take a look at it and go talk to Philip and his team and see how can you make this better. I would be greatly appreciative of any ideas, any innovation, and anything that you can bring to the table. Every single one of you. Okay. Again, this is a platform that is core and critical to what we do. Anything that we do to improve this platform is going to help us in a very, very big way. You cannot even imagine. Okay. Hosting companies' unique selling proposition really is the platform that it uses to deploy its servers. It's as simple as that. Okay. The great thing about ours is it has the beginnings of a complete managed services framework within it. Okay. We are going to be developing that very, very heavily. Okay, to help us deliver service in a very organized way. Okay, so you folks need to take a look at it, work with everybody on the roadmap, and make sure that it moves in the direction that will allow us to deliver a much better service offering than we do today. Okay, this is what's going to help us get from good to great. With that, I leave you and I bid you folks good night. I hope you enjoy the event, and I look forward to talking to each and every single one of you. Thank you.